Thanks for tuning into the Weather Channel as we turn the page from April to May.
Learning today, many teachers turn to cable in the classroom. For 10 years, cable has helped teachers teach.
Classroom is a public service of the Weather Channel and your local cable company.
The Arklatex relay in parts of Arkansas and Missouri this overnight. Thanks for tuning into the Weather Channel. I'm Mike Bono. We round the page from April, which was very chilly in a lot of the Northeast, into May, which promised and some early morning thunderstorms, sending out an outflow boundary that ran up against southwesterly winds coming up from the Gulf. Sort of a a boundary and a convergence zone of winds. So as that dry line hit that, things really fired, and we had tornadoes back around Motley and Cottle counties, in near Matador and Paducah, Texas. Tornadoes reported. A multi-vortex tornado, multiple vortices, kind of intense around Throckmorton County.
Our reading now.
There's something else you've been holding back from him.
The Ace of Cups. Now it all makes sense. Lydia, you're pregnant, aren't you? And he doesn't know.
No way. How did you know that? We were so happy at first, but for the past few years, it hasn't been very good.
Tracy, I hate to be blunt, but he's seeing someone else.
What? You can actually see that?
I'm still hurt that he thinks his job is more important than me.
Barbara, you didn't feel that way when your husband was away a few months ago, did you?
Call 1-800-799-6437.
That's why just about every neighborhood in America is a Briggs & Stratton neighborhood. Briggs & Stratton, the power that works for you.
Here's some thunder and lightning with it too, that into Arkansas, so drive carefully. I'll say a lot of rain, locally 4 inches, and we've already measured that much in parts of Oklahoma Saturday night. As several counties, numerous counties in Oklahoma and Texas still are under flood watches, as we did have warnings. We had lots of reports of street flooding from Stevens County to Parker and Wise counties, west of Dallas and Fort Worth, Tarrant, and on into Denton counties. A lot of flooding going on as this line of thunderstorms was developing and moving toward the Metroplex. Now raining, it's for that rain moving into the northeast.
Introducing the misting showerhead from Waterpik, pulling away with you. The new misting showerhead from Waterpik.
It's that weekend outlook as we go first of all into the next up and coming week. We're looking at the normals, the normal highs and lows, and we'll see that this time
Sleep, whether from minor back pain, heartburn, or just because you can't get comfortable. And the constant tossing and turning at night can make you feel like you're in the middle of a cliffhanger. We at Sleep Comfort want to mail you our free video and brochure showing how our adjustable bed can give you that better night's sleep you've always dreamed about. Our soothing massage and pillow top mattress gives you the feeling you're in a tropical paradise. And the dream gets better because now adjustable beds have become affordable for everyone. With no money down, our Jubilee model is only $19 per month. And we give you 90 days to sleep on our bed with no risk. If you don't like it, send it back. So call now to receive this free video and brochure about the adjustable bed that only costs $19 per month and comes with a free 90-day in-home trial. Call now.
Call 1-800-279-9847, 1-800-279-9847.
A beautiful melody can rekindle memories you cherish for a lifetime. Introducing Instrumental Legends, 36 timeless classics performed by the greatest orchestras of all time. Every song an original hit recording. Here are the last of the big-name orchestras and their legendary leaders. This collection is not sold in stores, so order now. Instrumental Legends, 36 hits on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. Here's how to order. Call this toll-free number now for Instrumental Legends. Cassettes $19.98, CDs $26.98 plus $4.95 shipping. Have your credit card ready and call now.
I'm Dennis Smith.
And I'm Heather Tash. We're meteorologists here at the Weather Channel, and we'll be your host for this special installment of the Weather Classroom.
In the Weather Classroom Indoor Weather program, we will learn the hows and whys of indoor weather as we
On this episode of the Weather Classroom Indoor Weather program, we're going to talk about the history of climate control and its impact on life as we know it.
Temperature's about 90 degrees and the dew point's in the mid-60s out here. It's pretty warm and sticky. But in my car and at home and in the building where I work, the temperature is about 75 and the dew point's about, say, 50, 52. Pretty comfortable. And for the most part, I can go pretty much all day without being outside. Now, life wasn't always this. Care for millions and allow unimagined industries to flourish. The world as we know it today would not be possible without will.
6. Okay, why don't you turn that light on? Now we're going to let this heat up for about 10 minutes and see if the temperature changes. Okay, Jess, it's been about 10 minutes. What's the temperature on the heat factory?
Looks like 88 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, a lot of activity there. What about this one?
Still 76.
Still 76. Here we have a factory with ventilation. Why don't you take the temperatures of each?
They're both 76.
Very good. Turn the lights on, and we'll come back in 10 minutes and take the temperature. What does the closed factory read?
88 degrees.
88 degrees. And how about the one with ventilation?
That one's only 82.
Here we have a black roof and a white roof. Let's take the temperatures of both boxes. First, the dark colored roof.
82 degrees.
Okay, 82. And the white one?
79.
It makes a difference what color your roof is, I guess.
How different would your life be without air conditioning?
Yeah.
Your house or school might have an air conditioning system. Exactly how does this system make our homes and schools so comfortable? Let's do about 82 degrees per the temperature sensors we've got in here. So we're saving a lot of energy by using this piece of equipment. Over here to my right is a carrier rooftop unit that then takes that 82 degree air that just came out of our energy recovery machine, mixes it with some return air that's coming back from the building, and then goes through an evaporator coil, and that evaporator coil is part of our refrigeration system within this unit. That evaporator coil then further cools that 82 degree air down to about 52 degrees. So it takes about another 30 degrees of temperature out of that air. And during the cooling process of cooling your air as it passes through this machine, you not only just cool the air, but you do what we call dehumidification. You actually condense moisture out of your air. And you can see the water flow right here coming out of this machine, and this is pretty typical of just about any air conditioning piece of equipment, even at home. You know, you have a little bit of moisture coming out of it. And in your car, when you pull up into a parking space, you see all that water dripping out. And basically that is what happens during air conditioning. You cool the air, but you also dehumidify it. And dehumidify means you
grab a thermometer. As I release the pressure, the temperature will go down. Watch. That's the same process that's used in air conditioning. Expanding and contracting of gases.
You may have heard questions about whether or not the Earth's climate is changing because of man-made pollutants. In a real greenhouse, the main reason that air inside stays warm is that the glass walls and ceiling physically prevent the warm air inside from mixing with cooler surrounding air outside. With the Earth, it's different. There are no physical barriers to suppress the movement of warm air. The sun heats the ground heats the atmosphere, and radiation from the atmosphere actually keeps the Earth's surface warmer than it would otherwise be. Now, the end result is the same. The air is kept warmer, but clearly there are different mechanisms going on here in the Earth system as compared to a greenhouse.
Did you know ozone is a form of oxygen that is very chemically active? It is believed that too much ozone in the air can speed up the deterioration process of materials such as rubber.
People sleep better, the benefits to health care are countless, and much more. But luckily, it's possible to reap the benefits of climate control while at the same time protecting the environment.
There's a lot of things that we can do to help our air conditioning and heating systems better control our indoor environment. Some of the things in the summertime are turn off the lights when you're not in a room, turn off that computer and the television when you're not in the room. Don't leave the doors and windows open, which allow heat and the humidity to enter the house much more easily. In the wintertime, keep the doors and windows closed so you don't lose the heat out of the building. There's a lot of things you can do like that to help your system keep your home more comfortable.
Renovation are actually torn down, and all the materials that are in the building, the energy during the life cycle of the building has to be looked at and thought about, and that gives us a sustainable building. This building is an ongoing educational project from start to finish. It was an educational project for the construction and design team. They had never worked with many of these kinds of materials before. It's an ongoing education project for those of us who are living in it and working in the building, keeping it maintained, and it's an educational project in that we're teaching our students about how this building operates, how it was designed, how it could have been better as we learn those lessons.
How climate control technology affects us now and how it's going to improve our future. But how did it affect our past? Over the years, weather and climate changes, as well as pollutants in the air, have damaged older buildings, furnishings, and artworks, treasures that are irreplaceable. When the ceiling and artworks of the Sistine Chapel were recently restored, climate control systems were installed to maintain precise temperature levels, humidity, and air quality, which dramatically slow down the deterioration process, helping to ensure that some parts of our history...
Let's talk about what we've covered today. Technology and industry solve many problems, but some byproducts can also contribute to air and water pollution. Today, more companies are using earth-friendly materials to prevent and correct this. One way to conserve energy is to use sustainable technologies, like those used at Georgia Tech. Simply turning off lights around the home can make a difference too. That's all for this edition of the Weather Classroom. See you next time.
The Weather Classroom is also available on the internet. Point your browser to www.weather.com/education, where you will find the Weather Classroom schedule, teacher activities, glossary terms, and more. You can also learn more about other activities from the Weather Channel's education.
That was probably up there around Sussex County, New Jersey, and back on into northeast Pennsylvania, the Poconos. So cover up the tender plants overnight. But look at how the temperatures recover to 60s and 70s, and the wind picks up, a front moving in with showers, 74 at Pittsburgh for Monday. Meanwhile, beautiful weather without a whole lot of humidity in the southeast, including Florida, but again, the threat of those Some severe weather moving on through Texas as we went from Saturday right into Sunday, and some tornadoes reported. Thanks for tuning in to Weather Center.
Live from the Weather Channel, here's First Outlook.
Enjoy warm, dry conditions in the eastern third of the United States, but keep an eye on what's moving across the center of the country.
You will find a line of active weather in the heart of the country, from showers in Chicago to storms around Dallas. Your first outlook on where the storms may be severe and where they are heading is coming up. Good morning and welcome to First Outlook for this Monday, May 1st. I'm Cheryl Lemke.
And I'm Rick Griffin. It's 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central Time. Well, you will find this a good day to get outdoor activities accomplished in the Northeast. Most of you should have some fine weather. especially around Boston and New York City and points on to the south, where it is mild and fair at this time. New York City right now is in the upper 40s, Boston in the
Arkansas, and all the way southwestbound into Texas. Now, luckily, some of these thunderstorms have finally dropped below severe limits, unlike what we saw earlier this morning when we had some hail and very gusty winds with these thunderstorms. But at any rate, they are still packing a wallop as they continue to rumble off towards the east. And for one thing, they are packing some very excessive rains. Overnight, we had some reports of 3 to 5 inches of rain soaking parts of Oklahoma, and all this very wet weather slowly slipping off towards the east. Now, the culprit behind this bad weather is a sharp cold front that continues to plow its way through the southern plain states. At the same time, too, we have abundant low-level moisture that continues to feed northward from the Gulf. And add with that a very energetic upper-level low, and the end result, a very stormy pattern throughout the southern plain states. Now, this morning certainly grabbed the rain gear around the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. You've had some thunder showers pulling on through. More sloppy weather, too, on into Waco and Killeen, Texas, with more thunderstorms, too, rumbling back.
Up into Milwaukee, keep your rain gear handy. And then later on, it'll be Detroit and Fort Wayne and perhaps Indianapolis that see shower and thunderstorm activity. In the wake of the front, the sky's clear. And because of the wet ground and the cooling temperatures, thick fog has developed over Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas, sharply reducing visibility there. So some travel hazards on I-94, for example. Here's a look at current temperatures. Under fair skies at this hour, 49 in Detroit. That situation changes as your clouds thicken and late day showers in Detroit are a pretty good bet. 62 showers in the vicinity of Chicago now. 65 in St. Louis, but off to the west it cools down to the 30s and 40s from Nebraska northward to the Canadian border. On the forecast map, frontal boundary swings through the region. Thickening clouds, Flint, Lansing, and Detroit to the south to Louisville. 79 degrees, showers in the morning for Chicago. Partly sunny in the afternoon. And checking on the rain now, it actually stretches from Michigan's Upper Peninsula southward into the Ozark region of Missouri, but dries out quickly from Minneapolis to Rapid City. Rain amounts today, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch overall. And here's our evening forecast map. Rain moves out of Chicago by the evening rush hour, out of Milwaukee too, but will be in the vicinity of Cleveland and Detroit for your trip home this evening.
Watching First Outlook on the Weather Channel with Cheryl Lemke and Rick Griffin.
First Outlook is sponsored by Armstrong Air Heating and Cooling Products. Strength you can rely on.
To keep cool, elephants flap their ears and spray themselves with water. Fortunately, you don't have to resort to such primitive methods. Armstrong air conditioners are built tough to keep your house cool and comfortable inside, even if it feels like a jungle outside. Armstrong Air. Strength you can rely on.
Peanut?
Showers and gusty winds move across the Great Lakes and the Northeast on this Monday, while severe storms are possible in parts of.
Travel tip. Pack carefully to avoid wrinkled clothing. Choosing the right fabric can go a long way towards preventing wrinkles. Wool or cotton polyester blends tend to resist wrinkles. On the other hand, though, pure wool, 100% cotton, and linen are more likely to wrinkle.
An improvement over Tums.
In New Orleans, they're quick to love Maalox Quick Dissolve.
It's much faster, it's quicker.
Bada bing, bada boom. Fast, really fast.
Dissolved, it's out of my mouth, it's finished.
Presto, fast.
Maalox Quick Dissolve chewables dissolve so much faster and more completely than Tums, they leave less grit.
With the Tums, you kind of got to keep on chewing it and it gets stuck in the grooves of your teeth.
Nobody wants that.
And they contain more calcium than regular Tums. Maalox Quick Dissolve chewables. Quick dissolve your heartburn away.
I'm switching. I'm done.
From 1 Minute Maalox.
Focus your efforts with Investors Business Daily. It's not just a newspaper. It's a unique research tool that helps you make the best decisions. Investors Business Daily. Don't read it. Use it.
Get the allergy report and everything else you need to know at weather.com. Well, almost everything.
Today's electronics. They've changed the way we live. And the way we work. But one thing will never change. If you want to learn technology, learn about ITT Technical Institute.
For more information, call 1-800-823-6313. Call now.
ITT Tech's computer-aided drafting technology program. Getting ready for a changing job market. Employers are looking for people who know how to learn and relearn technology over a lifetime. And ITT Tech is just the place to help me prepare. I'm learning it's never too late to make a change, as long as it's for the better.